Well, hello YouTube! Hey guys, it's Fletch. Welcome back to the Big Sky Tactical channel here in Big Sky Country, also known as Montana. Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at some Magpul, quote-unquote, Magpul MS3 slings. One of them's fake, one of them's not. Stick around and I'll explain to you how to tell the difference between the two. We'll be right back. Alright guys, welcome back. As we said in the introduction, today we're going to be looking at these two Magpul quote-unquote slings. A little bit of a backstory. I always like, as much as I can, to try to use the same systems on all of my same type rifles, like a battle rifle or a bolt action rifle or whatever, you know, the same sling system, different things like that, so that you've got interoperability between them. So like, you know, you can use the same sling on either one if you need to change it or whatever. So that's my reasoning behind it, so to speak. So anyways, I already had one of these slings and I was looking for a second one, and I happened to be on Amazon and I came across that there was a place there that was selling these slings that are normally between $40 and $50 for $20. Now, almost always, right, the old saying, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Now, one thing that I do also know about doing business through Amazon is that if it's you know, a fraud or a counterfeit or whatever, that, you know, if for whatever reason, you know, you have issues with that, you can always go through Amazon and you know, they'll refund you your money if you're unable to resolve it. So I decided that I would give it a shot. Now about 2 or 3 days later, I started thinking to myself, oh gosh, I wonder when this thing is going to get here, when it's going to ship. I live out in the boonies, so you know, for me, I'm used to having to wait. So for me, you know, it's not such a big deal worrying about when things are going to get here and how long I have to wait. So I didn't really pay a lot of attention to that initially. So just kind of explaining the backstory. Anyways, I started looking at it and I saw that this thing was shipping from China. Well, how in the hell can this product that was shipped from China, as you can see here, customs declaration was that it was a gift, but as you can see, there is the stamp on there that it was shipped on October the, let's see here, October the 17th, it looks like, something like that. And I don't want to give out my address and everything, but anyways, that's the box that it was shipped in. Well, and it came in the you know, what appears to be the real authentic MS3 sling packaging. So there's the packaging. Looks at first look anyways, I don't have the old packaging to compare it to, but you know, it certainly looks like the original packaging that I had for the first MS3 sling that I bought. So anyways, my brother-in-law happens to be in town when I got this, so I was like, hey man, you know, come take a look at this with me and let's see if I can tell any difference between the two. And if you had never seen an MS3 sling before, it would be very hard to tell which one of these was the real and which one was the fake. So let's start here and we'll look at this first sling. Well, the first thing you'll notice is the colors are a little bit different. The one on the left there, I don't know if it's really coming across in the camera or not, but the one on the left is a darker color than the one on the right, but they're supposed to be the same color. Obviously they're not. Alright, so here is the sling. And as you can see here, there is a little bit of a raised notch on there. And if you look at the sides and the bottom, there's extra polymer or plastic buildup on the bottom of that of that piece and this one. But they all say Magpul. They have the exact same numbers on them. They all say made in America. This one does have a little bit more high gloss shine to the metal piece here as well. And then on your main ring here, let's see if I can get it to focus. The main ring here, again, it says Magpul. It has the correct numbering on there. It's got the MS3 logo on there, the Magpul logo. So again, if you didn't know what you're looking at, it would be very hard to tell the difference between the two of these. So let's look at the other one now, the darker colored one. This is the darker colored one. As you'll see here, the metal on this one doesn't have the same high gloss shine to it. It doesn't have the ridge. You can see where it's there is a seam in the center, but it's not raised. It has the right markings on it, the right lettering. There's no excess plastic from the molding coming out from around the edges. They both have the proper lock that's on there. Here is the main ring that's on there. Here's the other one. Same thing. Here's the back side of the ring. Alright, so which one is real and which one is fake? Alright, well let's take a look at them and see. The first thing that you'll notice and that you feel with these two is that the darker one, the one on my left, is in fact the real one. The one on the right is the fake. And if you look on the back here, you start seeing the differences. Like right here, this says 60, and over here it doesn't have anything. The Magpul stamp and everything is about the same. The one on the right here, though, you see like up here where my right thumb is, that little molding mark is quite a bit bigger than this one. And the same thing over here in the corners. The molding marks are bigger. If you flip it over, they look very similar. However, if you look at the one on the right here, it's got, you can get it just right in the camera, it's got like striations down through the mold on there. So the quality of the molding is not as good. And just the quality and the weight of the real one is quite a bit more substantial than what this one is. And you can feel the difference just when you're holding it and the weight that they have. But other than that, it is really hard to tell the difference between these two products. Alright, so on the clips here, same thing. On the real one now, it's on the right here. You see it doesn't have a high gloss shine to it like the fake does. The fake also has a raised seam. That's under, it's definitely noticeable, you can feel it. The real one does not. The fit and finish on it is much, much better. You can barely see the seam there, and you certainly can't feel it. If you look on the back, same thing. The real one doesn't have any plastic overrun out of the mold, and this fake does. Get it to focus here. You can see right here the plastic overrun. It's the same thing. This is where it's really obvious, like right here on the back. See that big overrun spot right there? Here is what the genuine article looks like. See, it doesn't have that overrun from the injection molding process. So again, you know, if you didn't know what you were looking at and you didn't know the difference between the two, it would be hard to tell. These look almost identical in almost every way. You know, it's not like, you know, they changed it just a little bit so they wouldn't be infringing on Magpul's patent. This is a blatant forgery of Magpul's product. So I wanted to share that with you guys so that you would know. And if you're looking at this, you know, everything looks almost exactly the same. You know, even the sewing and stitching on here, the main ring that's on here, even the thumb slider. You know, your stitching and everything on these is almost exactly the same thing. And so, if you didn't know what you were looking for, if you had never seen the genuine article on one of these, it would be extremely difficult to tell which one of these was a fake and which one of these was real. Especially, well, the point that I was trying to make with that is simply that, you know, obviously with it being a counterfeit, you just don't know the quality of what you're getting. You know, this, like you were talking about before, this main ring right here, you know, basically holds this whole unit together, right? Because when you convert it from a single point sling to a dual point sling, you know, on a single point sling, everything is hanging off of that piece right there. Well, I'm guessing that, you know, Magpul did their homework, because Magpul doesn't make junk, generally speaking, and so, you know, that ring is designed to hold that. Whereas on this imitation, you know, you can definitely feel that, in my opinion, I can definitely feel that this ring is of inferior quality. It's not as heavy duty as what the real one here is. And, you know, how strong is this? How strong are these clips? You know? So the point in this, guys, is to, you know, make sure that when you're buying Magpul equipment, that it is indeed genuine Magpul equipment, and that it's not this cheap, blatant forgeries from China. Now, obviously, I'm going to be getting a refund for this, or sending it to Magpul, or whatever they want to do. But guys, just be aware of it. There is a whole lot of fake Magpul that's on the market right now, from the emboss sights to the ambidextrous sling mounts and the slings, and yeah, there's just a whole bunch of it that's out there right now, guys. So be aware of that. You know, make sure you're paying for quality when you're buying stuff. And beware of imitations, because they are out there, and while they look like they're the same thing, I doubt seriously that they're anywhere near the same quality, from the real deal to the fake. Alright guys, this is Fletch signing off. I hope you're having a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.